In this video we want to build custom controls for our video playing, and like you can see we have here different buttons, and with this one we can first of all go 5 seconds to the next position or 5 seconds to the before position, and with both buttons on the right and left side we can go here between some predefined positions in the video. So I can show how it works. So every time I press here, it goes here to the next position like you can see. And the other thing for the other position, if we click on this button, it goes to the other position. To get started, I have already created here this normal video player. We can play a normal video, and then we have here this control buttons, but they are not doing anything right now. And like you can also see in the preview, we also want to set here this progress indicator inside. To get started, I have here this video player widget open, which you see here on the right side. And here basically we start a video playing and so on. And here we have our video. And under it we have this custom controls widget, which are these buttons here. And we want to modify it right now. So what we want to build first is to go 5 seconds back in time or 5 seconds after. And therefore I have here some buttons. Like you can see, these are the individual buttons, and then we have some functionality which we want to implement, and we want to implement it for the both buttons here. And therefore we start here with a method which is called go to position, and here inside we want to get first of all from our controller. So we have here our video player controller, and with this one we can access the current video position. And then we want to determine a new video position by calling a builder. So we want to set here a builder to our method. And inside of this builder, we put our current position inside. And then we give it to the outside world to determine the new position in our video. And the last thing is then to go to this new position. So we simply call our controller and say, okay, please go to this new position. And now we can implement here these both methods. So we can call then the go to position method. And here inside of this callback, we get the current position. And we simply want to subtract here 5 seconds because this method is going 5 seconds back in time. And this is pretty easy. And we do the same thing for the forward 5 seconds. So we go here 5 seconds plus, and then it is also going to this new position. And we can try this out. So if I play right now this video, we can go here 5 seconds every time back, and you can also go here 5 seconds to the other direction. To implement also this custom stops inside of video, it is much more complicated. So we first of all need to add here a custom progress indicator. And to get started with the custom progress indicator, we simply go here to the video player plugin, and then we go here inside of the main file, and here we see this video progress indicator. And what I have done here is to copy this and paste it here inside because we want to modify it a bit, and therefore we are using it here. And the first thing what we want to do is to add some timestamps, and these are the durations in our video which are here marked. And we also create here a field in our constructor. And then we go here back to our video player widget, and then we want to integrate our custom video progress indicator. And for the timestamps, we want to add here a new field at the top, and we want simply to get them from the outside world. And then in our main file, we put here some timestamps inside. And now we can hot restart this application. And if we play right now the video, you should see that we have here this video progress indicator inside. And this is the normal standard video progress indicator, so we have to change it a bit. And here back in our custom video progress indicator, we go down and until we see the build method. And here inside of this build method, we want to change something. So we want to change here first of all this progress indicator. And I will simply take here this padding away and give it here a height of 10. And we need this height because then you can easier see that we have here some stops in between. And then we also go here to the top and create a list of our differences. And now it's time to calculate these differences between the different timestamps we have. So remember, we have here different timestamps with seconds, and we want to calculate the differences between these timestamps. So in our build method, we simply go here to this controller value initialized. So this is when our player has initialized here. And then we simply want to look for that the duration differences is empty. And if this is the case, we want to calculate the duration differences. So I create here a new method, and here we get the timestamps from the outside world. And these are basically these timestamps here. And then we start to calculate here the first difference. So we calculate the duration of 0 to the first timestamp in our list. And this difference we add then to our duration difference list. The next step is to calculate the differences which are greater than 1 and smaller than the last one. And here we also calculate the differences between the different timestamps. So we look always the difference between two of the timestamps. And we also add this duration inside. And then we also want to add the last difference. And this time we check here the controller value duration. So this is how long our video is, and we want to check it with the last timestamp. And then we also get the difference here. And this was already a major step to calculate the differences, and now we need to show them in our video progress indicator so that we know exactly where these stops are. And then we go here again back to our padded progress indicator where we set the height before, so that we have here this indicator with a height of 10. And now we also want to wrap a stack around it. And now we create a container here with a height of 10. And inside of this container we simply create a row. And inside of this row we want to show all the differences. So we put here our duration differences, which we have calculated before, and we map over this list. And here inside we create an expanded. So we want to expand the differences so that we have here some space every time between. And then inside of this expanded, we want to align it to the bottom left. So we will always expand some container, and on the left side of it, we show this indicator. And then comes the next container, and we show on the left side of this container, which is expanded, this indicator. And now we simply show here this indicator. So we set it to a width of 2. And we take here the maximum height, and we give it here a color of white. And now if I hot reload, you see that we have here the different indicators of our time. And these are exactly the ones we have put here inside. And if I would change them, for example, you also see the differences. So let's maybe put this one here to 15 or 14. And now if I hot restart, you see that also this position here inside of our progress indicator changes. So that we later also see the end result, I want to add here quickly a duration. So we go here after this progress indicator, and here we create a progress bar. And basically what we are doing here is we set next to the padded progress indicator, we set on top of it also this text. And here inside we set the current position, and then we have here slash, and then comes the duration of our video. So this is how long this video is. And this will be displayed here. And we also need to add here this format duration method inside. So I will quickly here add this method, and this is basically calculating how this duration is displayed in our video here. And then simply we exchange here this padded progress indicator and here also, which was before inside, and now we have put the padded progress indicator here inside and have also put this text on top. So if we hot reload it right now, this video, then you don't see here much because we have here this black bar. So maybe we also change the color of this text. And now I set it here to a white color, like you can see. And then we have here this color and it is playing. And then you see here the current position and the duration of the video. And now what we want to do is to go here between the different positions with these two buttons. And therefore we go here back to our custom controls widget. And here we simply need to finish these two implementations. And therefore we first of all need to go here to the top and add this duration timestamps here inside so that we have access and calculate here how we can navigate to the next duration. And we get started here with our rewind to position. So this is here the left button. First of all, we want to check that the timestamps are not empty, because if they are empty, then we don't need to do anything. And now we want to create a function to rewind. And here inside we put the current position, because we want to put this later into the method we have created before, where we also have here this builder, and this is then going to the right position. And now we calculate here from our current position the last element we want to get. And otherwise, if we cannot find here something, then we want to go here back to 0 in our time. And now we call here this go to position, and then we put here our function inside. And now we can test this out. So we are here in this video, and I've clicked now on this rewind. Then you see he's always going to the last position. And if there is no position inside he can find, then he will go to 0. So let's also try this out. So here he's going back to 0, like you can see. And the same things is also with the forward to position. So it's working pretty similar. We put here this timestamp is empty. If it's the case, then we don't need to do anything. Otherwise, we create here this forward method. And here inside we look not for the last anymore. We look now for the first. And then we simply look here for the first timestamp after our position. And otherwise, if we don't find a position, we want to go to the end of the video. And I put here right now 1 day inside, and then he will go to the last position. And then we also call here this go to position and put here our forward function inside. And this will then go to the last position every time. And we can also try this out. So now I'm here at the beginning of the video, and if I press on one of these controls, he will go to the next position. And again, if I click here on the next position, he will also go further, and so on, like you can see. And now we can go here between all of our steps which we have put inside, and we also can do here minor steps by 5 seconds each. Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel here to get the latest news about Flutter, and see you soon. Bye!